Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. This is Essential Patience and I am Patience, and in this video I'll be talking about cheap things that cost more. It's real. So it's safe to say that if you're into budgeting, then you're into saving money and cutting costs here and there, finding something cheaper just so you can save some money. But here are just 6 things that I'll caution you cutting the cost too low on, because somehow end up either buying it again or it just comes back to bite you. So let's just go straight into it, because I'm pretty sure we've all been there. Headphones. Yes. I know today some kids probably have more expensive headphones. I just maybe used to buy my headphones from the Dollar Tree. And what would happen is that I would buy these headphones, and instead of just spending much more money on it the first time, I'll just buy it and then it'll ruin at the end of the month, and I'll buy another one and it'll ruin again. At the end of the year, I've literally bought all these headphones that I could have just saved my money on and just bought one good one. Spend a little bit more on your headphones, especially if you're the type of person that keeps your headphones well. I'm the type of person. Just spending a little bit more money has definitely helped me in the long run. I've had the exact same headphone for a while now, good quality, and I have no complaints on it. So if you're the type of person that just buys cheap headphones, try to spend a little bit more, and I think it'll definitely be worth it because the quality is better and they definitely last long. So sticking with the electronic theme, let's just go to number 2, which is screen protectors. We've all just bought like these expensive phones nowadays. The average smartphone is probably costing you in the hundreds, now even getting to the thousands. So if you've already spent that much money on a phone, you should probably invest a little bit more in the screen protectors. You don't want it to ruin and then the trading value goes down, or just it breaks and now you have to buy a new phone. So just making sure you protect your electronics when you spend so much money on it. And even if you don't spend that much money on your phone, you just don't want the inconvenience of like dropping your phone, it breaking, and then like now you have no phone, maybe you need to call an Uber or something. And it's like, now what? Worst case, be in the middle of nowhere. Now what? So definitely spend a little bit more money on your screen protectors. From a light theme to a much heavier theme, let's get into number 3. Food. It's something that costs you now. Maybe if you want to go on the cheaper side, it's nothing that the consequences the average person is drastic now. However, over a certain length of time, what's going to happen is that your health would just not be optimal and be where it's supposed to be. And as you get older, you really need your body to like work at the best. So it's very important that you get some good quality food to feed yourself. So spending a little bit more money on food be better for you in the long run, right? And so don't buy super cheap food, and you don't need to get like super organic food and go shop at Whole Foods and Mom's. You just go to the grocery store and then just get good quality food, because health is wealth. Like I said before, all of these are like personal experiences, but this one is one that really hurt me, which is number 4. If you're a college student, textbooks. It's one of the things about going to college for engineering is that a lot of our textbooks are like online. You can like find a PDF, one person finds it, they help all of us out, vice versa. But I remember before I officially went to college, I ended up taking dual enrollment classes. I needed this one book and I bought it used, and I needed a code. You can't use those codes. Like, if it's been used and been opened, you just have to buy a new one. But just get to know the class, ask the professor, do you need a code? And if you do, always be on the safe side and buy the book new. If you find that the book is supposed to cost like $200, you go on Amazon and it's like $50 and they tell you the code is intact, please don't believe them. You would regret it so much, because you're going to buy the book and then you're going to just end up having to buy the book over again. And sometimes you have like assignments due, or you just just the frustration of it all. But that's a personal experience that I would never forget. And it happened to me again with sociology, but that was slightly different, and maybe a story for another time. Number 5, clothes. Yes, clothes. And even shoes. Yeah, clothes and shoes. Definitely spend a little bit more money on them. You definitely want quality over quantity. Sometimes you just want to buy less clothes, but just buy good quality clothes that would not snag, the zipper is broken, you put in the washing machine and it just tore apart. I just remember like buying this skirt off of AliExpress, and it coming, and it was like this, supposed to be this gorgeous pink skirt. Anyway, the skirt came, it was not good, okay? The material was so thin, like I could see through it, and I'm like, okay, I can't wear this. Of course, it's not even comfortable. So I decided, let me use this like a tablecloth or like on my dresser. It wasn't even good enough for that. The material was so bad. Every time I ran my hand across it, it felt horrible. That was just something I wish I didn't go through. I nowadays try to spend slightly more on my clothes. You know, you can just buy like non-fast fashion stores or stores that are more sustainable for the environment. So I definitely encourage you, if you can, spend a little bit more on your clothes and shoes. It would save you in the long run. Number 6, this is the last one. And I'm just going to say it, transportation. Spending a little bit more on transportation can make your life easier and better time management. I took public transportation for like all my time through college. And at the beginning, I used to ride 3 buses to school. I used to get up at like so early. I don't remember. My first bus came around like 6:50. And so I run to the first bus around 6:50. And then get on it, get to train station, switch to another bus, take another bus to meet another bus. It was just crazy, and it would take me almost 2 hours to go to school. And even worse was coming home, because it would take just as long to get home. And I just dreaded it, because I would have like several classes at school, like 5 classes a day, and I have to take the same 3 buses home with traffic. It was just horrible. It was absolutely horrible. And I remember one time being on the bus so bad in the traffic that like I just started crying, because it was like 7 o'clock and I wasn't home, and I left school at like 5, okay, and I still wasn't home. I was only on my 2nd bus, and I just decided to just add a little bit more to my transportation. And even though it cost me more, because I ended up switching from just 3 buses to like a bus, and then when I get to subway station, I just take the subway to school. It saved me about an hour of my time. So it took me like now an hour to get to school, and it was just much more faster, more sustainable for my schedule. And that peace of mind was worth it, because it helped my grades, it helped my mental health, and it just helped it. So for you, it might not be like public transportation. It might just be like a car, maybe a car that just keeps breaking down. You may want to spend a little bit more on your car to like get it checked out and just upgrade things, because then it breaks and then you fix it, and it breaks and it fix it, and by the time you see it, you spend more money fixing it than the car is actually worth, right? Before we end this video, I definitely want to leave you with a little quote that I heard that I definitely agree with, and it says, buy it nice or buy it twice. I think it can really go for things in this category, because sometimes we definitely want to cheap out on certain things. We want to just be more frugal, but sometimes it's just worth paying that extra price just to make sure that it works, just to make sure that, you know, you're saving time, because time is everything, okay? And time is money as well. I hope this video helped. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me in the comment section, do you agree with my list? Is there anything else you would definitely put on this list? Let me know, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.